Thank you for tuning in to the first edition of the Inside Sports Report of 2016 right here on TV 20. I'm your host, Christian Patterson. Now, the holiday season of 2015 has passed, but I'd like to acknowledge a very special Christmas event put on by the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns wide receiver Andrew Hawkins made this Christmas very special for 150 kids from each City of Cleveland Recreation Center. The kids were invited to First Energy Stadium's Cardiac Club, where they ate pizza, and Hawkins told them they'd be going home with more than just a t-shirt and a Browns hat.
I've been blessed tremendously, and I just felt like, God has put me in a position to help other people that, might be growing up in the same situation I did, and that's pretty much what it's about, man. And, these kids here, so close to Christmas time, and the parents could use a little pick-me-up, and I think it's a great opportunity to do it.
Hawkins was also joined by a few of his teammates as well. They all know the importance of giving back to the community that supports them.
We're very fortunate to be in the positions that we're in, so it's always good to give back to the community, just to help these kids out, because most of them probably weren't even expecting anything for Christmas. So everybody deserves something, and just to help these kids out and, give them some glimpse of happiness is always good, and something that I'm proud of doing and I'll continue doing.
Hawkins let each and every child in attendance come up one by one and choose their own Christmas gift. Some of the gifts on hand included
PlayStations, Xboxes, Nintendo DS's, Galaxy tablets, Beats by Dre headphones, DVD players, basketball hoops, bikes. I mean, we had the works, man. So like I said, it was a pretty cool experience.
As the number of children started to decrease, so did the number of gifts. When the final 3 kids were left, Hawkins asked for them to come up front, and he surprised them for being so patient. The final 3 patient children were rewarded with either a laptop computer, PlayStation 4, or Xbox One. There's no doubt Hawkins made this a very special Christmas, one that these kids will remember for the rest of their lives.
The kids, they had such a good time to surprise them with the gifts and see their faces light up. And, I can remember that feeling when I was a kid, man, growing up, when we might not have had the most luxurious Christmas times, to be able to bring them out here and let them get some gifts, and especially so unexpected, man. It's really what it's all about. From Cleveland's King of the Ring boxing series to being named a U.S. Olympic boxing prospect, Cleveland native Charles Conwell is ready to represent his hometown and his country on the national stage. Club members, supporters, and Boys and Girls Club staff were all in attendance for a special good luck send-off and press conference for Charles Conwell, who will leave January 15th for the Olympic training facility in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Conwell, who grew up in the Boys and Girls Clubs of Cleveland, credits the clubs, which provide safe, fun places for kids after school. He also stated that Boys and Girls Clubs are a great avenue to keep kids busy and out of trouble. Ron Soder, president of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Cleveland, speaks on the importance of the club and his special relationship with the Conwell family.
And I will tell you, we've taken a lot of this family to places they've never been, to games, to opportunities, and colleges, and all kinds of stuff. And that's the kind of thing the Boys and Girls Club's about. Our mission to inspire and enable young people to reach their full potential as productive, responsible citizens. And now, we are here to celebrate, the Conwells and their boxing history and legend. And, it's really important for us to continue to make those magic moments. But here we're saving lives and changing lives. And so this place has a special place in my heart, and this family has a special place. And I want to wish Charles all the luck in the world. And thank you all for coming out. Thanks.
In December, Conwell, a 165-pound middleweight fighter, closed in on a 2016 Olympic berth by beating 4 fighters in his division at the U.S. Olympic team trials for boxing in Reno, Nevada. He now needs only a high finish in one of 3 upcoming international boxing tournaments to qualify. But you being from Cleveland, just talk about how proud you are just to have another kid from Cleveland following in your footsteps and going to the Olympics and representing the city.
I'm definitely proud, man. It's a blessing to see somebody doing that, especially at his age. In Cleveland, it's a lot of stuff you got to go through for you to be able to, overcome the adversity and all the things you got to go to and do it at that age. It's like I can't do nothing but support.
Okay, so talk about all the hard work and effort that it's going to take, to actually be successful in the Olympics, since you know firsthand.
Yeah, it's definitely tough because you're fighting all the top athletes from around the world. You know what I mean? Everybody at that level is like top in their country, and you definitely got to stay focused. But I think he can do it, and I know he can get the job done. So, yeah, he got a good chance of bringing that gold home.
All right, so how does it feel to know that your son will be competing in the 2016 Olympics?
It is extremely exciting. I never would have thought that something from me would have made it that far. But I'm not limiting what God can do for him.
Okay, so at what age could you tell that Charles was like serious about boxing?
I'm gonna say about 12. I think he had lost the silver gloves when he was about 12, and I knew it really tore him apart. And after that, he just got so serious. He said he was knocking out everything that got in the ring with him.
So talk about his work ethic and how he got to this point where he's about to represent our country.
Well, he's very diligent in what he do. I don't have to, at first, you have to push him. You need to run, you need to watch what you eating, you need to get to the gym, you go, they went through the rebellious stage of, I just want to stay home. But now it's more, I don't have to say anything. Even when the holidays come, he know to get a small portion of a little bit of everything, and he runs before he eats, and he makes sure that he work out every day, Monday through Friday. On Saturday, he kind of chill with his friends and with his family. Yeah.
So just talk about the King of the Ring boxing series that your son participated in and won twice, and how it's a great platform for kids in our city to showcase their skills and maybe go where he's going.
Oh, I really appreciate the Kings of the Rings being so supportive, especially with Mr. Doug Patterson. And before I even really knew who he was, I remember when he had won the Junior Olympics. And USA Boxing was giving me an extremely hard time because I didn't have his information together fast enough. And I called Doug. I don't know what made me call him, but I called him, and he was so supportive, and so he kept me kind of level-headed, and I talked to him, and everything went smooth. So I really appreciate Doug being, for us keeping a good relationship with each other. Also, King of the Ring, I like the experience of how it's very representative for for Cleveland, period. And it shows very good talent, and they gave not one of my sons, but two of my sons the opportunity to compete there, and I really appreciate that.
Okay, so what would it mean to you if your son brings home the gold from the 2016 Olympics?
I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I would break down and cry. Would I jump up and down just for him to win in the qualifiers? We all screamed. We all got together and ordered pizza and had chips and everything. And we was like right there through the whole thing, every punch. We was just talking as if we was in the audience, even though we was here at home.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know how I would feel.
All right, so talk about your son being a role model for the youth that are coming up in this city, and just showing that hard work and dedication can get them a long way.
Yes, he is very, very persistent about that. He always says, hard work and dedication does get you as far as you want it to go. You have to stay dedicated, regardless to, when they kicked and fought. Like he said, his dad told him, once you start, you cannot quit. And that was a really serious thing because, children go through a phase of, I want to try basketball for a second, I want to try football, I might want to do an instrument, I don't like that instrument. So, they go through a lot of changes, but if parents just make them stay in something, just stay focused in that one thing, eventually you would become better. Of course, it's tough to adjust to anything at first.
All right, so how does it feel to know that you'll be competing for the 2016 Olympics and representing Cleveland?
Oh, man, it's an honor. I'm just overwhelmed right now with joy. I'm just thankful for the chance.
Okay, so since competing in the Youth World Championship, why has the 2016 Summer Olympics in Brazil been the ultimate goal?
Because I just wanted to prove myself to everybody that I'm not just the best at the 17, 18-year-old, I'm the best out of everybody, out of every adult that's in boxing, in my weight class. I just wanted to prove that I'm the best.
Okay, so talk about your work ethic and how it got you to this point that you're at now.
I work hard at everything I do, not just boxing, school, card game. I try to do whatever I can do to win. I just like winning, so I just use that as motivation, make me work harder, make me keep pushing.
Right. So talk about being able to work under your father, former Cleveland fighter, as you grew up as a kid, and how he helped you to get where you are.
My dad, man, I just want to. That's one of my many heroes, man. He's one of my many heroes. I just want to thank him and just tell him keep working. I just want to thank him for keeping me out there working, telling me to keep going, not stop one more, keep pushing and all that. I just want to thank him.
Okay, so talk about growing up in the city of Cleveland and making boxing your #1 priority over things you could have been doing as other, little kids could have been outside playing, but you made sure you stayed on track.
I just want to thank myself for that. Keep staying focused, staying away from peer pressure. Don't let nobody obscure me from my dream and my goal. And I just want to, that's basically it.
Okay, so what would it mean for you to bring home that gold medal from the 2016 Olympics?
That'll mean everything to me. That'll mean that I'm the best. I mean, I did good for the USA. I mean, I showed the USA was a better place than all the violence and all the gun violence, everything that's out there. And it just proved that I'm the one. I'm up next.
Thank you for tuning into the Inside Sports Report on TV20. And make sure you continue to tune in each and every week for an inside scoop on our Cleveland sports scene. And stay tuned for the bottom line up front with City of Cleveland Media Relations Director Dan Williams.